There we go. We're live.
Cool. I see
Brian, where did we last leave off?
3 new videos in 1 second. We last left off discussing the artifact landing site with the supervisor of the Adeptus Aeronautica Control Tower. We did requisition a Hecton auto carriage, and we drove about 300 kilometers outside of the Hive City. We did meet some what appeared to be raiders, and successfully dispatched them. After that, we investigated the crash site, found bloody footprints with a black fluid leaving the escape pod. Now we are trying to determine the best course of action as far as securing the artifact.
So what's the overall thing that's happening here?
Mostly Heresy.
They never really gave their group a name, their warband, which they should.
I don't care about that. So what's our Inquisitor's name?
Inquisitor's name is Elizabeth Shaw. He
Could be creative. Okay.
Well, I fucking am not really good at fucking making Latin shit fucking gothic names.
our
Really
vessel
sorry, Olivia Shaw is the author.
Our vessel is the Hand of Fate. It is a sword-class frigate. She is the Inquisitor of the Order Xenos. We were traveling through the Escalon sector. Initially, we investigated the Agarheart, which is a transport ship that was transporting specialty foods.
Also, not to interrupt, for anybody who might even potentially be watching the stream right now, on my well, you're not going to see my view. I don't know where he is on Smiley's, but to my top right is Thomas with the I was going to say with the glasses, but they both have glasses on. The one with the bed behind. Oh my God, you both have beds behind you.
I'm
Okay.
Thomas. That's awesome.
All right, hold on.
That one.
Does this make it easier? Does it make it easier? Now you can introduce.
There we
My
go.
glasses have been...
Glasses on. There we go. That is Thomas, a new character that we'll be introducing shortly. Say hello, Thomas.
Hello. I just got done getting yelled at for 2 months, so
He was in the
I'm ready to
military.
purge some heresy.
Airman Spivey, please tell the good viewers of America about yourself. What do you like? What do you dislike?
What's your astrological sign? That sort of thing.
Your social
I
security.
hate Harriet. I hate
What's
heresy. Praise the Emperor. I want to kill some aliens as well. The usual stuff.
What you eating on? Much on?
Starburst.
Starburst.
I had to skip lunch to do this, so.
Alrighty. So, Brian, continue.
That's pretty much it. We are looking for a artifact that was originally on the Agarheart, but it was ejected shortly before we landed on the ship. And the artifact landed on the planet Desolium, which is a hive world. I should probably come up with a script for stuff like this.
But, so, where we left off, you were searching through bloody footprints. So, well, they actually weren't bloody at all. They were footprints with a strange black oily liquid within them. But the footprints led off into the distance.
So they're following the footprints. Got it. If they want to, I guess.
And then we find it.
Are we on a hive world? Is this a hive world we're on?
Yeah, it's a hive world.
Yeah, so many heretics to kill.
Alright. So,
I already adjusted everybody's ammo and stuff for their new tokens. By the way,
okay.
Where's my token at?
We're ready to go.
Oh,
It's gonna be kind of weird not having Kevin on here.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I'm just saying, we're gonna have to find a way to just keep the chat up. That way, people can keep up with Kevin.
Kevin's not even in this at all.
He just said woo. Wait, no, never mind. That was from last game. All right, we're going to follow the bloody footprints.
You can tell. Are you gonna continue to drive? Or are you gonna do so on foot?
I'm gonna drive, bro.
Okay, you start up the auto carriage, and Korgoth starts moving it through.
How we doing on fuel there, Korgoth?
He taps the fuel gauge, and then he kind of scratches his head, and then he just like smacks it with the back of his hand, and then it corrects itself, and he goes 3/4.
Good to hear. Thank you, sir. That's a very technical skills. I'm sure our tech priest loves that the fuel gauge isn't working.
Yeah, the tech priest watches him, Marcus watches him punch the gas gauge with a disapproving glare.
Well, I mean, if it works, right?
Corvus, smell of smoke, acrid and tang in your nose, drifts in the wind.
You guys smell that?
As he says this, you all see a small plume of smoke, or a large plume of smoke in the distance over the next rise of. I'm gonna count. Basically, it's a dust waste, but I'm just gonna call it a sand dune for the sake of instead of a dune or a dust dune. Over the next dune, you do see that there's a large pillar of smoke, and you all smell the same acrid, burning sensation in your nostrils.
That smells great.
Well, let's go check it out.
Okay. As you drive over the dune itself, you see a large, what looks to have been a battlefield.
A battlefield?
A large carriage, not too dissimilar from your own, but appears to be much finer make, as well as it appears to have some form of livery on it that you can't distinguish. As well as there are multiple broken corpses.
Does it seem like there could be any survivors?
You wouldn't be able to tell from this distance.
Oh, I didn't know if we were
Nothing is moving.
Okay.
Korgoth, drive closer. We must check on them. Make sure if they are servants of the Emperor, that they are okay, and if not, dispatch them quickly. Jump out.
Okay.
Checking this guy.
Kevin? Kevin?
Oh.
What? Can you get into roll 20?
So I figured it out.
Say
Yeah,
that again. You're a robot.
the problem was my battery is good.
Okay, say that again.
Seems like phone's still effed up.
We can hear you. You're just a little robot-y.
Hello?
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Sounds
Yeah.
like there's a Cyberman on the other line.
I'm sure once his video loads up and that stops.
What about
What?
So what the problem is apparently is my battery on my phone. So I have a different battery in my phone at the moment, one that
Okay.
fits for the most part.
That's
For
fine.
the most part.
It seems as though if you want to try to activate your video again, you can do that. What?
Hold on, I'm trying to. I literally turned my phone on and did this, so like any messages that I've missed in the last like 10 hours are all flooding in at once. So give me a moment.
No problem. Glad you could join in. everybody was apparently having an issue kind of like, well, Thomas can't right now, but Jonathan and Brian are not very good at continuously speaking while, like, you kind of drive a lot of the role play, which isn't a bad thing, but, like, we're happy to see you.
Okay.
I would like to strike the first 10 minutes of the stream from the record.
Well,
So, Thomas, if you or not Thomas, Jonathan, if you could edit that out.
Edit it out? No way.
it's a
Yeah,
live
introduction.
edit out the live stream.
That involves like effort and time. No way.
So what I missed.
Kev, would you like... Oh, you didn't miss much. We just started.
Oh, we killed like a bunch of fucking people.
You rolled up on a couple of corpses in a battle that you found.
You mean we created?
While
Okay.
you're sideways.
Create them.
Created.
Kevin, your camera is this way.
Is it really? Hold on.
Yes, you're literally sideways. There we go. Really, really tiny window for some reason, but it's working.
God damn it, dude! I swear, I should probably send you a laptop or something.
No, Brian, I just bought a brand new.
Yeah, but,
computer. Much better, Kev.
Send you my old computer. Have that.
Yeah, I bought a brand new one, so I'm sending Kevin my gaming computer.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I just bought a brand new gaming computer, so Kevin's gonna get my own one.
Means he loves you.
Right? I always get the
Yeah,
best for him.
Fuck.
Okay,
Well,
so
because you have money,
Try out some more
you don't
ambient
have
light
to-
in this switch.
what did you say, Kev?
I said it's because you have money that you don't have to spend on a shit ton of bills and a wife.
I mean, if he was giving you the best, he'd give you his new one and keep his old one, right? Just saying.
Okay, first of all, that's stupid.
Well, you, you
We're
said
behind.
nothing but the best.
We're already behind.
Right.
All right,
Yeah, Jimmy, give me the best.
Kevin, can you see where we're at in the map right now?
I am currently trying to find y'all.
We are in all the way to the
No,
left.
I found it.
Okay, do you see your new figure? Yes, no?
Can I see what?
You see your figure.
Yeah, I see my guy.
Okay. So, you just, basically they were driving over and smelled the taste of, they smelled the acrid tank smoke. When they went over the next horizon, there was this battle zone. That's all they've done so far.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Are they all? I'm assuming, with my advanced knowledge of medicine, they're all dead.
well, upon further, inspection, they're dead, yes. The reason why, Kevin, is when you walk over to them, you see that most of them have been melted.
Huh.
They've been melted.
There is entire portions of
If
their
only
body.
there was some kind of weapon that would melt things.
You recognize
Some
them
kind of
as,
melted.
you recognize them as plasma injuries.
Oh.
So
Then,
was it
Jeremy, they're
melted?
not melted. They're plasma.
Kevin, when you get hit with a plasma, you still melt. It's just a different kind of melting.
I know it's a joke. Get it? Melted.
Yes, I know.
Play on words.
I anticipated the joke.
The laugh.
Yeah, but most of them are melted. Like, one of them is missing a whole melted portion of his face. Like, one has a giant hole in their chest. Various explosions in ditches. Like, something basically impacted them all over the field. This was clearly like a heavy. This was a heavy
Time
battle.
right there.
There's like plasma cannon somewhere around here. Alright, well, if we don't see anybody, if no one's alive, I guess search for armament, anything important like data slates that they've been carrying to bring back with us to report what we found.
You see that, like the truck, they all seem to be in the same livery.
And the same what?
Livery, their equipment, their uniforms.
Oh, okay.
They match. These don't look like hive scum.
Do we recognize any of the livery?
Anybody have knowledge of Imperial Guard or Hive Worlds?
I just put a scoop of this in there, right?
Korgoth.
Yeah. Mix it up, put water, mix it up, drink it.
Milk.
Just a Ministar, but I'll roll just in case.
It's good with milk.
Nope, I have no fucking clue. Considering my int is
Well, you definitely recognize them as this world's PDF.
Planetary Defense Force. Alright, you guys discuss this. My child is crying, so I'm gonna go see. He woke up early from his nap.
Alright.
Let me get him back down. He has only napped for like 30 minutes.
Alright. Also, Thomas, if you want to type to me about anything you don't want to say out loud, I think it's /GM role. Or sorry, /GM. Ryan, what is it to talk to the GM and nobody else?
/GMW.
Yeah. /WGM and then whatever you want to type.
Yeah,
Or you
/GM.
Or you could just do the whisper in Jeremy's name. That should So like.
Okay, yeah, I just got it from Thomas. Like, yeah, if there's anything you want to say to me, you can do it like that as well. I will introduce you shortly, as long as these guys don't take 1,000 years to do anything.
Right, so basically, we're going to examine the
Oh.
bodies.
I need to test this. Tell me how loud this is to you guys, please. Is it loud?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
like,
that's decent.
could it be louder, or is that...
Yeah, it's
I would
probably as
go-
loud as it should be.
Yeah,
Okay,
I wouldn't
now
go any
what
louder
about-
than that.
What about this one?
Just the same.
Okay,
I
and
wouldn't go louder.
this one.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
Okay, and Thomas, do not do anything, okay? Ryan, I need to know how loud this is before Kevin gets back. How loud is that?
It's fine.
Okay, good to hear. Don't worry about what it's for.
I was thinking that he was going to have like some other random one. Like, how about this one? My milkshake brings all the balls.
I'm glad to hear you're excited. Okay, well, we're waiting for Jonathan. I'm going to type that to him.
Okay, so I am investigating.
Type to Kevin and tell him that we're just waiting for Jonathan to come back from his kids. That's what I was trying to... Yeah. Yeah. That was,
Alright,
that
can we
was,
stop
that was
streaming
what I had in
this?
my head, so I'm going to utilize that. When I thought of your character, that's what I thought of.
Alright, so, anyways, I am going to investigate the bodies for any either data slates or any guns or ammo.
Does this have any caffeine in it?
Do a roll
Shouldn't.
for
It
perception.
might, if it says caffeine in it. Like, you gotta look through the ingredients. I haven't really seen a protein pill that has caffeine in it.
That's only like pre-workout, right?
Usually. But you should always read the ingredients to see.
That's pretty damn close to a crit failure.
You don't really locate anything that would particularly... They look like... Even though they look like PDF troopers and they're in their proper uniforms, and they definitely could appear to be, they don't appear to be carrying the standard equipment in total. Like, maybe they tried to be a little more incognito, like a cop not wearing a badge.
Yeah.
That's how it appears. Their helmets are actually... I have a picture right here. I can hold up the camera. From what you can tell, they generally look like this.
Okay.
Kind of like World War II German troopers without being fucking twisted monsters.
Okay.
Let me show Jonathan. Jonathan, this is what they look like.
I see a body.
Well, I'm saying that's what the bodies look like.
Oh, that's
They're
a
in that
uniform.
uniform. In that uniform.
All right. Any data slates, anything like that we see around?
Brian rolled a 97 on his perception.
Yeah, so I temporarily forgot what a data slate was.
Temporarily forgot what a data slate was. All right. What is this? Investigate or
He's
something
made-
like that?
Just perception.
Apparently, I had no clue either.
Yeah, you don't really see anything that would be, like I said, it seems like they're trying to be any more incognito. Like, think of like a cop in full uniform, but he just keeps his badge on. You do see, though, on the side of their Hecaton auto carriage, except theirs looks a little, well, previously that it was a little more armored. You see the DICO, or the DIC, and underneath it says Dusolium Involuntute Cadre, which is their PDF forces. Brian, your video went out, but it's Dusolium, DESOLEUM.
Yeah.
INVOLUTE, Involute, Cadre, CADRE.
So these are conscripted, not.
PDF, pretty much all military. Most of them aren't volunteers. Most are conscripted, but PDF officers are generally they're not cops. They are, think of like the National Guard.
Okay.
They're what guard the planet from outside forces rather than what guards from within. Even though they can be called up to do like riot suppression and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, that's what you recognize the body as. Their Hecaton auto carriage is burnt out and looks as it took a massive impact in the side and exploded. Currently, it's just smoldering.
Marcus, is there anything we could salvage from this?
The tech priest walks over, or Marcus walks over to the vehicle, and there's nothing he can find on it that's worth anything. It's all burned and exploded.
Well, I'm going to check this one for data slates as well. Anything, any sort of information?
Those two are missing their bodies from their waist down. Or, well, the one in this pit here is missing its body from the waist down. The one here is missing like this.
Now, do they have any like dog tags, identification, anything like that to bring back?
They have both cogs.
That would have like their name and information?
Well, Dusolium, they're 1 second. It's basically a form of currency.
They wear their currency around their neck?
Well, oath cogs are essentially like... it's hard to explain.
Let me put it this way. Would this identify them for when we bring this back to say, hey, these people died in the service of the Emperor? That's all my character cares about. Okay, here it is. Wait. All hiders carry a special clockwork device that indicates their work area and their oath of servitude. It's basically they sell and buy years of servitude. Still doesn't explain if this is going to identify this person or not. I would say it would probably have... It would have their last name on it. They wouldn't want to give all their personal information on it. Okay. It would have like a military tag, like a P. Johnson. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay, I'm taking those and putting them in the truck so that if we make it back with those, we can say, these men died in the service of the Emperor and should be honored. Okay. Or did they? Dun-dun-dun. We have no reason to suspect otherwise right now, and we're following some sort of heresy. It is noticeably strange for PDF officers to be out in the middle of the ash waste, especially since they've taken what is essentially their badges off. That is definitively suspect. Well, and at worst, or at best, it's a dereliction of duty. Well, either way, we have their identities, so we can see either A, if there's co-conspirators, or B, if they were on a known covert operation. We'll know that too. Okay. Alright, I'm going to inspect this body. That's the one that's missing its bottom half. Okay. He's got a las gun that's been warped from plasma heat strapped across his back. Alright. Well, I got 28. So you find a las gun magazine.
that's still in working order. A charge pack that's still in working order. It won't work in your last pistol, though, because this one's for a last gun.
Alright, cool. We'll write that down. Works for as rifles.
Alright. And now what?
Alright,
Dust is already starting to cover the bodies up.
okay, where are the footprints at?
After there's a large scuffle of footprints all over the place, but you see them headed off in this direction again. After all the different stomping and shooting, you do see a single set of footprints walk off in that direction. Still dripping black fluid into the steps.
Oh, perfect. So, alright guys, I think we should get in, still try to follow these footprints. I don't think there's really anything, any more reason for us to stay here. I think we found all that we could, and I think we've done all that we could.
Okay. Everybody agreed?
Yep.
Okay, you drive off after them.
Surprised we didn't find a half-dead soldier that we could pick up, revive, and put in the third seat. On we go.
Nah, that's not how that's gonna go down. It's gonna be way better.
He's the artifact.
A
You son of a bitch.
I'm basically magic.
little bit while
Magic is
later,
heresy.
you come across what appears to be, you see it in the distance and it grows larger over time, but even in the distance it's large. It appears to be some form of crashed some form of crashed vessel from long ago. It's got a big hole in its side.
It looks like a seahorse. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I'm going to reveal a little bit more over here. But this isn't for you guys. This is for Dargus,
Who?
our new player. I hope I pronounced that right. Dargus.
Yeah, bro. Dargus.
Okay.
Because I'm so good at making names. What is this?
He's on his motorcycle.
Hell yeah, I am.
It's a recon bike. You're driving, Dargus. You received a communication from the from your Lord Inquisitor, asking you to back up a couple of one of her war bands that had previously dropped onto the planet. She gave you the coordinates of an old derelict vessel she believes that they're heading towards.
Okay.
Your mission. By the way, you have control of your character now. But let me. Hang on a second. As you're heading toward that location, she feeds you the coordinates in your data slate, and you're following them now. You got your. Where are your weapons? Stowed on the bike.
Where are they stowed?
Yeah.
Why would I have them? Okay, well the
Well,
back.
you have them on your back. They have like a sheath.
Oh, okay. Well, the shotgun's on the back, and then the heavy stepper is like on the side of the bike, so it's easy to grab when I get off.
Describe yourself.
Describe myself.
Yeah. What does your character look like?
Okay. So my character's name is Dargus. I gotta actually go pull my crap up, bro. Dargus, Kansas. He's like 30-ish years old. He's huge. He's a white dude. Brown hair.
He literally has the talent bulging biceps.
I was gonna get to that. So he's from the Ozark 675th Imperial Guard Regiment, which is where he came from. He's like, I don't know, he's like 6'5". He's jacked as all get out. He has that ability called bulging biceps, which lets him do cool things. He doesn't have to brace to use heavy weapons. He could just fire them.
Like he can
So-
just—he's basically a walking tripod. He doesn't have to brace the weapon anywhere.
So basically, think a Space Marine who can do that. I can do that too.
So he's a walking tripod, eh? You know, the ladies must love him.
Basically. So yeah, he's just a really big dude, and that's about it. He's like,
I think Rambo with like
that's
with
good.
the-
I think Rambo, like, he has a headband like, with the Bowie knife in the mouth and all
yeah,
that cool
he's
stuff.
got like his armor's like really basic, and a lot of his muscles show.
Yeah, basically. Do you want to go over what he does? Well,
You're just a heavy weapons demolitionist, basically, correct?
heavy weapon demolitionist. He's also really good at driving vehicles.
Yeah, he's also
And-
a driver. Yeah,
That's about it. He shoots well too. He has a 50 BS.
yeah, he's got the highest ballistic skill at anybody. He's got 50 standard.
So, like,
I
my
shoot
weapons.
goods. I shoot goods. Oh, I hate Tyranids because my planet was attacked by Tyranids and we killed them all, and then I hate them now. So there you go.
Alrighty. Well, as you're driving, you see the large vessel way out in the distance, but it's definitely farther than they would have seen it. AKA, they're going to get there first. Do you have a low stick in or no?
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, my guy always has like a glow stick. If it's not specified, he has glow stick.
Yeah, he has a low stick, LHO. Basically it's cigarettes or cigars. Okay. Back to you guys. I'll over.
You even control the bike.
Let me. I can get control of it. And there you go, Thomas. You should have control of it now.
Yeah.
You'll have to click and drag to get both.
I'm okay with that.
So you guys moving on?
Yeah.
Okay. Oops, took your car out from under you. You're driving forward, and you come as you get within. We're gonna switch to structured, which means that the ranges are actually accurate now.
Okay. All right, so we're still heading towards the crashed aircraft.
Okay. As you head towards it, you notice in the distance, you see a formation of sandbags, as well as you are going to see, place them here, Where's your picture, you bastard? Four more of those same figures that you saw dead in the dirt back there.
Nice. All right.
You see that as soon as you come within visual range, you see four of them point, and they go from here. Oh, looks like Kevin. Kevin.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, Thomas,
You
reintroduce.
can hear me?
Reintroduce myself? Okay.
Yes, Kevin, we can hear you.
Real quick, my guys.
My roommate's 1080p camera while he's out of town, so
Okay, so you're actually on the computer now?
yeah, I'm on my desktop right now.
Cool.
So we'll see how this runs.
Yeah, you're still lagging a bit, but at least you're here.
Yeah.
If you want to, honestly, you can probably turn your video off. It's jumping all over the place anyway.
Turn the video off.
I said, if you want to try, just because like it's not, you're jumping all over the place. If you want to try and get better audio, not using so much bandwidth.
Need something to drink.
Actually, I messed up. These were not supposed to be there yet.
What's
that's
up, buddy?
next.
Yes, buddy.
Okay. How's that?
I'm
Better.
here, buddy.
Okay, cool.
What's up, buddy?
Okay.
Yeah, that barely wants to work in the moment.
Have you found yourself?
Okay, I'll be back there in just a second.
As long as you can.
Say that again.
You dropped off.
Cool.
Can you still hear me?
Yes. Have you found
for
yourself?
fuck's sake. That's a very profound question.
This is not gonna work.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I'm lagging like a motherfucker.
Kevin, check your computer settings. Make sure that your performance is high.
You're lagging like a son of a bitch right now.
BRB. Son asked me to get him some juice.
No problem. I am so sorry for anybody watching this right now.
Don't worry, there's no one watching this.
Okay. We're good then.
This is not gonna work.
You have to check your performance settings on your computer.
Fuck.
Oh boy.
I hope Jonathan deletes this stream. Ah! That was loud.
Sorry, Thomas. Usually it goes smoother than this.
I feel like you're lying to me. I don't have a ton of time. We're getting close to like.
Yeah, Kevin says just play with Adam, so we're just gonna play with Adam. We're just waiting for Jonathan now. It sucks. He's gonna miss out on your introduction, but we have the stream actually. Kevin can watch it later.
It's already going on like 2 o'clock here.
I know.
Try again another day.
Yeah, it usually isn't that bad, but we're just waiting for Jonathan now. Jonathan, Kevin's gonna give up for now.
I'm very sad these heretics aren't dead yet.
Okay, well, I actually repossessed. I positioned them wrong. It's actually more like this. Because when they see you coming, they run inside.
Inside, is this like a cliff or?
This is the vessel you were driving towards.
I see. So it's just a hole in the side of the vessel.
Yes. It is passable terrain.
Gotcha.
But as you get about this range, as you get closer, let me put some rocks and stuff out here. Oh wait, no, that's not what I meant to do.
What a lovely day.
Okay.
Sun looks so beautiful. That
So-
ship is just an eyesore, though.
as you get closer to it, you see them as they stop pointing at you. They actually raise their weapons and last gunshots are pinging off the front of your vehicle.
All right. Well, I'm going. Are we still moving the vehicle?
Yes, Kurgoth's about to skirt to a stop here though and operate.
All right. Perfectly. Perfect. Not perfectly.
All right, Korgoth comes ripping in.
All right, I'm telling Korgoth. Korgoth, provide some covering fire from the back. So
He piles out right here.
my goal was, I just think I still have control of him. Essentially over here, where he can still be within. What's the range of a las rifle?
30.
Okay, yeah, he's fine from there.
And these are rocks I can hide behind?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bolt. I'm going to full charge here.
Okay. I'm giving you all a free turn for combat starts. That was your whole turn then. Marcus, what would Kevin? I know what Kevin would do. Kevin would just look here.
Let's see, what's my full run movement? Full run movement is 24.
Okay, I want you to really keep in mind that these are not hive gangers, and what I told you about how serious these people are going to fight, knowing that they're basically the National Guard. This is not hive gangers where your armor is invincible and they're just going to ping off of you. These guys are actually legit. Just be aware of that. That is all I'm
So
going
PDF are usually like your planet's like Imperial Guard troops.
Yeah.
They're like not as well trained, maybe. They don't have any experience, but normally it's better equipped.
They're less reliable because they usually never see combat. But like their gear and actual squad tactics are absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I got you. I'm up
What
here.
if they-
I
it
ran
depends on the
to the
planet.
side of the ship, around this way.
Depends on the planet.
Like,
The PDF is fantastic.
basically, like,
Well, I'm going from reading this, they're very capable.
Well, they're very capable, but I wouldn't say they're fantastic.
But all right, so you go there.
yep.
Okay, let me go ahead and get everybody's initiative. I would also like you to roll, Thomas. Initiative is just 1 by 10 plus your agility bonus.
From which I don't know. Bam.
Yeah, buddy. Starting off on the
It's been
right.
so long since I've done this. I don't remember how to. Oh wait, just kidding. I'll do it. I'll do it though. Hold on.
14.
Plus 2, 8. I had an 8. I didn't do plus 2 because I'm lazy.
1 sec.
Kevin could still play. He just needs to use the chat. I don't know why.
No, I mean, you still have to hear us, though, right?
Well, yeah, you can't hear us, Brian, so we would also have to chat.
True.
Okay, let me get everybody's initiative. I forgot I took all your tokens off. Okay, Korgoth, yes. What did you get, Corvus?
12.
And Marcus? Oh, I rolled Marcus. Henderson. 14. Jonathan.
Yes, 14.
And what did you get, Thomas?
8.
Okay.
For people who are looking, I rolled a 6. My agility bonus is plus 2, so it's 8.
Damn, dude. That's some intense math there.
Just so people don't know, people think I'm cheating. Being like, he rolled a 6. I saw it. He rolled a 6. I'm like, I didn't add a 2.
Your bunkmate's like, he rolled a 1. What are you talking about?
Hmm.
Okay, so you ready?
Am I ready?
Yep.
I've been born ready. I want to do this so bad. I can't wait to kill some heretics.
Ready to engage.
Jonathan, can you hear that music? Is it too loud?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Hey, you're gonna have to turn that music down so we can hear you.
Better?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure everybody can hear it. It's gonna be part. It's gonna be an integral part of this battle. I turned it down a little more.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, that's us, I think, is going to be this gentleman right here. And he is going. There it is. It's so weird. He is going to put down a layer of suppressing fire in this arc right here. One sec, yeah.
Hey, what was my reaction?
Well, you're not there yet.
Well, I'm right behind this building, right?
Well, no, that's why I set them with a black space in between to show that it's not the same area.
Oh, man.
In this... direction, at least, it would affect Marcus and Henderson. Suppressing fire, basically, what happens is... I need Marcus and Marcus and Henderson need to take a pinning test.
A pinning test, okay. What's a pinning test entail?
Yeah, look at that right now. No matter how much I read this book, I see it. Sorry. Right. Really, it's not even in the index. What the fuck? Why would you do this? Bad book design. Oh. It's ridiculous. You said you're wasting time. The single rule I need. Not in the right spot.
What are you looking for?
Pinning. What is a pinning test? I know it's a characteristic. I just don't know what it is.
Pinning. Replaces DOS failed pinning and fear test. Adamantine faith. Badoop frenzy. From beyond. Let's move this over. And that's spinning. Pinning.
Very frustrating.
So what is he using? Overwatch?
Suppressing fire.
Suppressing fire. There are become pinned. See page 230. Page 230. Being pinning. Being shot at is a terrifying experience in the best of times. Even the most experienced acolytes know to leap with their heads down. Stay in cover.
That's a willpower. It's a willpower test.
Willpower test. If it succeeds, they act normal. If they
and
are pinned.
And for suppressing fire, it's a minus. Pulling it up right now. No, I must have passed it. Yeah, no. Okay. It is a minus, or you have to take the test at a minus. -10. So you need to do willpower -10 roll.
Yep, no way I can bet. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. 100. Willpower. So -10. So
Kevin. Kevin is not pinned.
Yep, pinned.
Got to set the damn music to. Well, you know, I'll do this one now. Okay, and what that means is
yeah, it says I'm busy trying to avoid Saj, so you can only take a single half action each turn.
okay. So this gentleman here is not pinning Marcus, but is pinning Henderson.
Yep.
It is now Henderson's turn.
And I'm reading the cover stuff because I'm going to have to stay in cover. Let's see, if the character is in cover relative to the attacker, epidemic must not leave it except to retreat. Let's see. Alright, there we go. So apparently I'm just cowering in place over here from that guy's covering, or his fire. Are you able to become unpinned? May take a challenging willpower test to try to escape pinning. Sure, so I do nothing. I just try to escape a pinning test.
You can't fire back or anything?
I can't shoot him right now. My penalty to ballistic skill is such that I can't actually hit him except on a 1.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Well, he chose to have a very small ballistic skill.
so
Not so good.
so there we go. I'm no longer pinned. That's my turn. Next.
Oh, you made it. Nice job. Alright, it is now this gentleman. You see him kneel here, takes aim and does a semi-automatic burst against Marcus. Stat with 2 degrees of success. And damage is penalty 7 or 6 points of damage. He's at 6 out of 9, but he's still okay. Corvus, it's your turn. You see Henderson being severely pinned down by last gunfire.
I'm gonna use spontaneous combustion on this one right here.
Show me give me a ping.
Got it.
Alright.
Alright, full focus.
Focus your power. Okay, no devils, so the power does go off. Roll for damage.
$15 damage.
Alright. See it rip through, like fire blows up from around and you start batting away at it. But he actually does not appear to be out of the fight.
Does he stop firing suppressively?
Yes, his suppressive fire has ended.
Okay, so Henderson's no longer pinned.
Yes, for now. Okay. It is now Marcus's turn. He is going to unleash a semi-automatic burst against the same target you hit with your spontaneous combustion. You got a one. Yeah, sorry, two hits. Just one for matching it, and then one for every 10% out. Oh no, you put 10 down every 5 now. So it's only one success.
I'm having a hard time hearing you over the music.
Oh, that's what I said. That's too loud. 1 second.
Well, it started out quieter.
How about now?
That's better. It just started out
Okay.
quieter, and then it started to get louder.
My bad. Marcus fires his
Those damn crescendos.
Right?
Yeah, Marcus fires his weapon and hits for 1 hit. And that does 5 damage, and he has a thing that allows him to penetrate armor.
Like penetrate all armor?
3 armor. They just penetrate some armor, not all armor. That'd be crazy.
Ignores all armor. Terminator armor is
There's
nothing.
even there's even armors in this game that ignore melta damage, so like that'd be ridiculous.
How? What armor in this game ignores Melta?
The game is a little more skewed than the game it is in Warhammer.
It's probably like the special force fields that can be taken even when they're like, this ignores all damage.
You see this target get stunned and he falls down to 1 knee behind the barricade. He doesn't appear to be out, but he's definitely he's taken a critical amount of damage and has dropped to 1 knee from being stunned. Okay, it is Dargus.
Gorgeous.
On your turn, you hear the sounds of battle as you pull up your vehicle
Yeah, dude.
behind the large vessel. You notice that there's no door on this side, but whatever's happening, you imagine that the Octolites that are sent to help are somehow involved in it. It sounds like they're taking heavy fire.
Cool. I'm gonna set a demo charge on the back of the wall here.
Okay. Between setting the demo charge up, or getting off the bike, pulling out your demo charges, and setting them up, it takes your turn.
Okay.
To make
Now
sure
move
not
away.
that blowing yourself up. What?
I'm gonna set it up and then what? Okay, and I'm moving away. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm getting behind my bike.
Alright.
I can move it. Click
Sorry.
my stuff.
My bad, I forgot to give you control of it.
Alright.
On this guy's turn, Corvus unleashes a semi-automatic, or actually, you know what, he's the closest, and that's the tactic I have written down for this guy. He goes here, and you see him pull the pin off of a grenade and huck it at Henderson.
Hooray, grenades!
He doesn't hit directly, so it's going to scatter. Going to scatter up and to the right, and going to scatter 2. So hit you. So, alright, there it is. You notice that you don't get, even though you're within range of a frag grenade, you don't get hit, because as it explodes, you see the armor-piercing potential of crack grenades. It blows up right here. Here. And had it been a direct hit, it would not have been nice. It is now Torgoth's turn. Torgoth's gonna break cover here and unleash a shot at this gentleman. Barely misses. comes off his cover.
So it's a D100, and we have to get below where our score
Yes.
is.
And this guy, on his turn, is going to fire at you with a semi-automatic burst.
What do the bonuses do? So like, I have a +5 for Blitz's skill. Does that like?
That's when you add like dice to a roll, you would add that. But to actually hit with the weapon is the you have to roll under your stat. And then every 10 degrees you get below the target is a degree of success.
Kill.
Which matters a lot for you because your weapon can only fire fully automatic. Okay. It is now the first guy's turn. The guy's stunned, so his turn's over because he's stunned. Henderson, your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna charge somebody with my chainsword.
Okay, who are you charging?
The guy closest to me.
Okay.
2. I can charge up to 12.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna try to hit him with my sword.
Alright.
Let's see, that's do. Failed miserably.
Alright. You swing and he ducks. Or he kind of like parries it with his last gun. On this guy's turn, he gets here and fires at Korgoth with a semi-automatic burst. No successes. Corvus.
Spontaneous combustion on this target right here.
Okay, focus your power.
God damn it.
It doesn't peril, but you fail to manifest anything.
Alright, I'm gonna charge, or I'm going to, hold on.
You have a half action's worth of movement.
Yeah. That's a problem. Alright, I'm gonna take a guard stance against ballistics.
Okay. Marcus just as a full round to get a little closer. Oh, nope. He fires the weapon as a free action. He's going to fire a semi-auto burst at this guy. With 1 success. Guy goes for a dodge. Fails. So Kevin does, or Marcus does, 8 damage. You see most of it absorbed by the enemy armor, but he still takes some clear impact damage, or burn damage. It is now Dargus. You're all set up. You got a lit cigar in your mouth, or whatever you do, your low stick.
You boy, so I got the lit glow stick.
Wait,
As I'm walking,
are you saying glow stick?
glow stick, bro.
It's low stick. L-O-H
I always
stick.
always call it glow stick because A, it's funnier, and B, it's
Got a
Tell me,
glowing stick.
Yeah.
tell me when you're about to hit the button.
Yeah, bro. So, me knowing explosives, I start walking up knowing I'm outside the explosion range, and just take the detonator, flip it up, hit the button, so it blows up the
The
wall.
wall explodes. You all shock the large figure. Step through heavy stuff.
Now,
Cigar.
war, what is it good for?
What is that sound?
Right?
You see
This is
the
Warhammer
explosion
40k,
pop.
there is only war.
This is
Alright, so, real quick, so, I walk in, and I just,
Completion of the
let me
line.
play my character, man, jeez. I can't even hear you.
I was setting the scene for what they are seeing.
What's up?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you see the large figure step through the explosion, hefting its heavy stub with a real earnest look on his face. And Thomas, what do you do?
Okay. I fire my heavy stubber, obviously fully automatic, at these two gentlemen here.
Okay, well you have one target, and any degrees of success you have, you can deviate to other targets into.
Cool, this one right here.
Alright, roll a ballistic skill and add a 30 to it. So
Add a 30.
if you have 50, then your ballistic skill right now is because you just surprised the ever-loving fuck out of these. Okay, you get 8 degrees of success. What that means is you have 8 shots that you can deviate between those two if you want on each of them.
Okay, I guess I'll just put 4 on each.
Okay, Jonathan, you got 8 degrees of success with this heavy stubber.
Oh, nice. Just slap me in the face
So,
with it?
roll 1 die 10 4 times. Plus 3. Or plus 2.
Heavy stubber is 1 die 10 plus 4
Oh, 4. Okay.
on damage, sir.
Well, my bad. Okay.
Let me fix this up real quick. One, 2, 3, 4. So that's
Well, the first guy that you shoot at, you literally shred him to pieces. He just fucking falls apart under the barrage of gunfire.
and 1, 2, 3, 4.
And roll an extra 1 die 5 because you rolled a natural 10 for damage. You get Righteous Fury.
So he's also annihilated.
Yeah, he literally just his armor and gear. You like to blow the barrel off his last gun. Like he's fucking clearly deceased.
I just kind of like roll my
on this guy's turn.
my low stick around saying, "We're need some help, boys."
You clear this guy's turn right now. He turns in shock at the new arrival and takes a step backwards. Henderson, go ahead and take a free swing on him. In his stupidity, he steps backwards with the sudden shock of the wall breaking down and 2 of his compatriots falling down to a fucking reaving hail of gunfire.
I miss again. Apparently I'm still scared from being pinned.
You take a swing at him, but you're also kind of surprised. You're kind of still looking at the wall and kind of doing this.
It's like, wait, what? It just happened? Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Korgoth sees the massive explosion and moves forward to here. He takes a full run action to get to the barrier. It is now this gentleman. He's not stunned anymore. He kind of like stands up. What the hell is going on? Like, looks at that look on his face. And he just hefts his gun at Korgoth fires. Oh shit. Roll here. I should have only rolled that once. Even with 2 of his dodge rolls, Korgoth, you see him get riddled with last bullets as they sink into his throat and burn his throat out down to his spine as he falls to the ground. And then just flops forward dead on the cold sand.
What the fuck? Korgoth died?
Yep. Korgoth just took a full shot burst from a last gun to the face.
Huh.
No,
Okay.
Korgoth.
That was intense.
Well, that was
Son of a bitch!
It was an NPC. I wasn't actually intending to kill them, but the guy just rolled really fucking good.
Well, he served the Emperor well.
Okay. It is now Henderson. You're staring at this gigantic, bulging monster of a man hefting a machine gun. He doesn't appear to be a foe, seeing as he said, I see you called... Well, actually, technically all he said was, I heard you needed help, boys, and that means he could be referring to anybody. But seeing as he shot 2 men dead that were in the oblivion of that uniform, you have to imagine he's on your side.
Yep, so, again, step forward and try to hack this guy in half again.
Okay.
Maybe this time finally hitting. Nope. I just can't swing sword today, apparently.
You have one of the highest weapon skills, and you just cannot hit a fucking thing today.
Nope. 65 and 3 misses. That's just how this goes.
You have 4 fate points.
Not concerned about it.
Alright. Corvus.
Stand by. Alright, spontaneous. Which one killed Bulldog?
This one. The one that came out of being stunned.
Yeah, I'm gonna light his ass up. Spontaneous
Alright.
combustion!
You spam that power. Well, I guess the only other thing you have is a last pistol, so maybe that's a good idea. I'm just waiting for you to get your first perils. It's gonna happen eventually. At this rate, it's going to. Roll it up, Brian.
Just doing that. Just making sure my little. Go.
Oh, so close. One number up and you had a double. So close. Alright, that is a success. Roll damage.
Well,
You see him literally like that tree in California just burn from the inside out and it turns to ash. Incinerated under the power of the fell fire from the torch.
no.
Marcus moves here, and not willing to risk shooting Henderson, does not shoot into the melee. Dargus. You see a man literally on fire from within burn into nothingness and ash, and the gentleman in the massive heavy armor still swinging his chainsword and shield at this one last.
It should be important to note that this is a person in what's very obviously like heavy steel plate, like medieval
Power armor,
style.
right?
No.
Well,
just-
it's medieval style armor, but it would be made of something like class steel.
yeah, I
or
mean,
something.
because it's not considered primitive, but it's still like the full on. I have a plume on my head, helmet on,
With a
slits from-
chainsword and shield.
Yep.
No,
Like,
I would shoot into the combat, but my gun does have a penetration of 3, so I feel like that actually could hurt you.
probably not actually.
Well, you
Alright,
said
well-
that, but his ballistic skills are 50, which means that his ability to get degrees of success and therefore cumulative damage is very high.
That's fair. He's just got to hit me in the left arm.
He has
where I
got
have
one of the
30
few guns in the game that would potentially actually pose a threat to you.
crap. Well, I mean, if he hits the left arm, it's 13 damage reduction. Otherwise, it's 11.
Alright. Well, it's
Cool. I'm gonna start, because he wants me to, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna start like sidestepping, try to get a better angle on this guy, and just start like shooting.
Sorry, what's your half action movement?
I'm gonna move out, like, so like here, so I kind
Oh,
of
what's
move
your
up
what's
here.
your what's your agility bonus?
+2.
Okay, so you can move 2 squares as a half action. So you can move 2 and still fire.
Cool. I'll move here, and I'll shoot. Bang, bang.
Alright. Roll a ballistic skill. It's just 50 instead of 80 this time.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's a 40 because you're firing full auto and you get a -10 when you full auto.
Brett. Wait, why do we get -10 if I'm full auto?
That's just always. It's everybody who fires full auto. Single shot, you get +10. Semi-auto, you get +0. And full auto, you get -10.
Maybe read rules.
That's why ballistic skill for heavy weapons people is so important.
You're making me read rules, and I don't appreciate it. 'Cause I could have sworn this bulging muscle thing was all about not
Well,
taking
no,
penalties.
that stops you from getting the -30 for not bracing it. All full weapons, even like shot las guns, any full auto weapon gets -10. It's an attack action. It's nothing to do with the weapon.
Maybe I have to read this later because I don't really care. All right. Bang. Yep.
You still got 5 degrees. So roll damage 5 times.
5 times.
Yep.
Okay. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Yeah. So as I unload onto him, so let's say Henderson,
Well, every time
he got to dive back. The PDF guy dived back. Then he swung, he's diving back. I just unloaded onto him, just tore him apart.
By the way, when you click your character, 3 little bubbles should pop up, Thomas.
That's it.
The red is health, count up, obviously. The second one is your ammo. That's for your main weapon, your heavy stubber. Make sure every time you fire, you take 8 bullets off of that, even if you miss, because your full auto is 8 shots. So you get 10 shots before you have to reload.
Okay. So it's 8 shots every time?
Yeah, you fired
twice, so 16 shots.
64 out of 80.
Okay.
Alright. And
that's how you slay some heretics.
Yeah, it doesn't appear as though there are any more enemies. We'll all see this hulking 6-foot man. Wait. Jonathan, are you dressed?
Yep, I'm here.
Just making sure.
Alright. Well, now that we know these are heretics, that means the other ones might be heretics too, so again...
Well, they're not necessarily heretics, but they are definitely operating outside of the law.
Well, I'm gonna take the cogs off of these guys too.
Alright. So you remove their oath cogs.
Yep. I'm gonna make sure these are in a different pocket for like definite heretics. The other pocket is possible heretics.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I walk over to the cindering corpse and light another glow stick. Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, you light a low stick off of his burning ashes.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Thank you.
You see him set down his stubber and just kind of smoke a low stick. Which either would it be a cigar or a cigarette for you?
Cigar.
Okay, so he's smoking a cigar.
Because he's a dope, man.
Greetings, ally. I assume from the way you dispatch these heretics. Bravo,
Alright, we
sir.
probably cut that music off.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
easier to hear each other.
My bad.
It's all good. It's good music, though. You need to send me a link to that song. I like it.
I think we meant there's no music at all, man.
No music!
No
God.
music! Turn the music off!
No music at all?
Yeah, man, you can't, it's hard to hear people talk.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was like... Okay, no, I thought that would pick the softer song, my bad. Go ahead. Sorry.
Turn that volume.
Volume in this program is finicky as hell. Go ahead.
Someone was talking to me, so...
Oh, I just said greetings. Hopefully, ally. I'm assuming from the way you dispatch those heretics.
Yes, our mutual friend sent me, because apparently you guys don't know how to kill heretics with multiple amounts of bullets.
You hear a beep beep in your ears, Marcus, Jonathan, and Corvus. You hit your comm bead, and she goes, "Yes, I sent him here. He was an acolyte I had previously gotten from he's been contracted with me for some time. He'll be at least temporarily, at least as of now, temporarily joining your warband."
All right, I shall go up to him and say a prayer in the name of the Emperor for his protection.
What was your last name, Thomas?
What was my last name? Scroll all the way up my character sheet. Kansas.
She goes, "This is Dargus, Kansas. He's an Imperial Guardsman from the, was it Ozark?
The Ozark 675th.
From the Ozark 675th. Was it artillery or?
They're just a line regiment, and I was just head weapon specialist.
Okay, you're just a infantry. Okay, so the 867th. Ozark.
670. Alright.
Well, that's lots of them.
I am Dargus from the 675th Ozark Regiment. I was a head weapon specialist.
Didn't someone else sing the music?
Yeah, I was about to say. Now we've got.
Turn down a little bit. My friends watching Tom and Jerry. It's pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Sounds like
old
Looney
school stuff.
Tunes.
It was.
Yeah, bro. We keep it lit up in here.
Alright, so. Continue.
I was sent by the Inquisitor to essentially provide you guys some actual heavy fire support. Also, I heard that you guys can't drive a car, so I'm here to drive.
Perfect. We just lost our driver.
Well, I'm a great driver. I'm here to blow stuff up and kill heretics.
Both fine
Well,
goals.
Praise the
Wow.
Emperor.
We're all out of heretics right now, so
Well,
Yes,
we
all
have an
that's
issue.
left.
We should go find some more heretics.
Thomas, I will go ahead and also, your character kind of runs antithema to this, but the whole point, like, one of the biggest aspects of this game is investigation, and I've already explained this to Thomas with his power, or Jonathan with his power armor as well, is that you have a score that you cannot see that I keep track of called subtlety. Fighting outside in the Ash Waste doesn't affect this at all because that's, that's where you're expected to be fighting stuff.
Okay.
But if you're walking through Hive Desolium with a heavy stubber strapped to your back and like a bandolier of grenades, your subtlety is going to go down because you don't look very subtle and you clearly look like not the average person walking around a hive. It's like someone, you're going to get more noticed, as well as if you engage in open combat, as well as anytime.
So what you're saying is when I wear narrative things, I should be carrying around like small weapons.
You should definitely have a sidearm. Because it's like if you're asked, if your mission is to infiltrate the governor's ball and to collect information, and you walk in with like Katachan gear on, a headband, and a heavy stubber, your subtlety is gonna drop to like nothing because like nobody does that.
Here are the 5 rules of subtlety.
There are going to be times, even though you're the demolitionist and the heavy weapons guy, when you're going to have to be like, well, I'm going to take this las pistol and just do that.
Sounds good.
Here are the 5 rules of subtlety. It is increased by discrete actions. Subtlety is decreased by being overt, drawing attention to oneself.
Including
subtlety may result in catching high subtlety scores may result in catching dungeon enemies surprised and reduced fortification. Low subtlety scores result in increased fortification and enemy anticipation. And our points are not known to the group.
Okay, so that sounds good. As of right now, then I'll carry my stubber or my shotgun on my back. Can I get like get a jacket? Oh, I know what I'll do. I have a better idea. All right, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna get like a overcoat thing to walk around with. I'm on my shotgun so I can carry it under my shoulder while I have my jacket on.
Not a bad idea.
Is the Inquisitor still on comms with us?
Yeah, you can beep her anytime.
Beep.
Inquisitor, does this count as our pod drop, or do we still have one left?
You still have your pod drop.
Perfect. Thank you, Inquisitor. That'll be all.
Alright, I'm going to search around this derelict ship thing and see if there's anything left in here of use.
Well, the first thing... What's that? What?
I'm going to investigate the human Swiss cheese over here.
Most of his equipment has been destroyed, but I'll just go ahead and tell you that through scrounging with everybody there, you eventually locate one crack grenade and 2 frag grenades.
Alright, I'm going to hold on to the frag grenade.
Since I'm up front, I'll go ahead and grab the crack grenade, because I'm assuming it's not weapon skill to, like, put it on a wall and walk away.
Well, you throw... This isn't like a melta, it's an actual frag grenade you click and throw.
Well, you said there was frag and crack. I
Well,
mean,
yeah,
crack.
you throw crack grenades.
Unless you're using it in melee, in which case you just stick it where you want to go and run away. Like a
That's
tank.
enough.
Actually, Dargish
No, it's a crack
grenade.
grenade.
He's
Crack
got like
grenade-
an 80 for
Crack
his...
grenades are shape charges.
I have a 50 for loads of skill, but
Okay,
hey,
well,
I'll say, hey, if you don't know what you're doing with those explosives, you should hand them over here.
sounds good. You can hold on to them. I kind of know what I'm doing with them, but not very much.
Well, the thing is that grenades, the best people with grenades are people with high ballistic skill and high strength. The strength determines how far you throw it.
Oh, so it's both my things.
Yeah, so
I mean, anybody can make good use of grenades, period. Like, grenades are just wholeheartedly something that anyone can be good with.
Oh, I can't throw them because I have a ballistic skill of 20. I just meant, since it's a shape charge, to slap it on a wall or something to breach.
I have demo charges for that.
Yes, also, Jonathan, look.
Hmm?
This is the picture of a crack grenade.
Well, thematically, they're supposed to be essentially a shape
Yeah, see,
charge. That's
this-
why they're used in
yeah.
close combat. That's why they're used against tanks. It's literally like
Well, yeah,
stuck this to it.
It says it's an anti-armor grenade.
yeah, don't you just blow holes in the ground with that thing?
Well, yeah, it's just a huge shape charge. It basically puts all the force into one direction on something that you stick it to. That's why
Well, like,
people stick it
I
to
will
tanks.
say, you can make it sticky and, like,
Alright, I'm just gonna take the grenades. Give them
Yeah.
here.
Fair enough.
Alright, thank you. I'll hold it. What grenades do I now have? Tell me.
you have two frag and a crack.
So 2 frags and 1 crack. Cool.
All right. And so what else?
Wait, what is this?
You do see a shining metallic object on the ground.
I'm gonna look at it.
It
And
appears to be what they were guarding. It appears to be some form of metallic mechanical hand.
I'm gonna use warp sense. To detect, well, actually, it's a psychic entity. It wouldn't tell me chaos, so.
What the fuck? Okay, there we go. That was weird.
All right.
Yeah.
Marcus, can you interact with that?
Really? Okay. After 2 fate points, Marcus recognizes that it is definitely some form of bionic hand that he has never seen before. The technology, he's in awe when he's looking at it because it appears to be technology from before the Great Crusade.
I'm radioing Grand Inquisitor. I think we found what may be the artifact. It appears to be some sort of a hand. Metallic.
Well, it appears as though it's been ripped off of something.
Yeah. Well, I'll let Marcus explain that portion to her, but essentially just saying this may be the artifact. We may have it in our possession. Please advise.
She orders you to report. Marcus touches it and he goes, Lord Inquisitor. After a little burst of binary cant, he says, it appears to be some form of mechanical hand with material and invention made from before the Great Crusade. I've never seen anything like it. He turns it over in his hand, and he sees that it's got a little, like, wick. And when he messes with it a little bit, he sees that it's actually a form of ballistic plasma weapon built into the hand. It's been completely destroyed. But whatever was shooting those explosive bolts of plasma was shooting it from his hand. As you see, the plasma burns around its exit point as well. The Inquisitor acknowledges that information.
What's up, buddy?
She goes, well, it seems as though this came off of something
come
else.
Here. I'll open it up for you.
So, Jonathan, if you're speaking, I can't hear you.
I muted it. I'm talking to my son.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she says that whatever it came from, it definitely came from something else.
Okay,
She's like, so I want you to find its tracks again, and I want you to find out who or what possessed this hand of archaic technology.
I quickly scanned the room for any other points of egress besides the one that we just came in and the one that was just blown off.
Yeah, I mean, there's the explosion here. You see there's another, appears to be a small explosion that happened over here.
Alright, well I'm going to go towards that and try to see if there's any footprints, oil.
You do see a pair of footprints with black dripping fluid in it leading off in this direction.
Well, team,
but then you see it, oh, let me reveal a little more map here. But then you see it turn into tire marks.
Well, team, whatever that was, it looks like the tracks continue here, and it somehow requisitioned a vehicle and drove off in this direction.
Cool.
So now the question is, how do we get the vehicle that we currently own?
I'm assuming we can drive around this thing.
Yeah.
Or through the giant 2 holes that are bigger than the vehicle we just made.
That too.
Well, is there anything else in the ship that we need, that you guys are wanting to explore?
It's been here for a long time, so there probably isn't a lot of loot left.
Those damn raiders.
All right, I'm gonna I'm gonna go get my bike, and he's gonna for the sake of time, I drive it over to the thingy over here, the actual vehicle.
All right.
And is there anywhere I can like put the bike on it, like on the back of it or something, so I can take the bike with us?
Not really. It's not really built like that. It's basically, think of like a little auto carriage. It's kind of like where's the picture I used for it?
Used a Hecton as a picture.
An auto carriage, images. It looks like this, but a hell of a lot less fancy. And a little more grimdark. I'm putting it in the Facebook chat.
Facebook chat. Glad someone's not watching this so they know what's going on.
Well, sorry, this one I can't do, but... It looks like that, but way less fancy.
It even has 2 wheels in the back.
More grimdark.
More grim.
All right,
more
then
grimdark.
I tell the guys, hey guys, I'm gonna get on my recon bike, and I'm gonna scout ahead to see if I can catch up to him, so let you know where he's going. So I'm assuming this bike's probably faster than this carriage.
Maybe not actually, because those are intended for underhive movement and are sometimes even circumvented for combat.
Should I leave the bike or not?
I'd drive it. I mean, I have decently high agility. I can pilot. Unfortunately, I chose skimmers.
The Inquisitor says if you leave it there, she'll pick it up.
Cool, thank you, Inquisitor. I get in the driver's seat. So hop in, boys. Got a robot to catch. We got heretics to kill.
Should we bury Korgoth?
No. He
This
dies
is the
in service
Grimdark
to the
universe of the 41st millennium. Nobody buries shit.
No, I suppose that is something I report to the Inquisitor. Inquisitor Korgoth did die, but he did die faithfully in the service of the Emperor.
She says she'll send out a cleansing team.
Yeah, I would like this, of course, just to let his, in the event that we have his family information, if he gave it to that, to let them know he did not die a heretic. He died in service of us.
They're gonna light him on fire and be done with it.
Well, I know that portion, but I mean, that way it's not like he goes down in the annals of history as a heretic. He is a...
Wait, can I light him on fire?
Sure.
Yeah!
Manifest spontaneous combustion?
Do I have to roll for it?
Yes, you're manifesting the powers of the warp. You sure do.
He does this. He blows us all up, and then we all...
Yeah, baby!
That'd be funny if you roll a fucking double on the one time he's not attacking something. Okay, you burn it, boom, goes up, and then turns into ash.
No, we'd pull off his guns first. Corvus's
throw his
gun.
His auto gun.
Yeah,
his auto gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw his auto gun in the back seat. It's kind of like his assault rifle.
I know what an auto gun is.
Well, I mean, Brian is new to the 41st millennium.
Oh, okay.
He also had some sort of a pistol, right?
Yep.
No. He had an auto pistol, but now he had an auto gun. Oh, no, you're right. Sorry. He left his auto gun. He has his auto pistol.
Okay.
Now we have his auto pistol and his auto gun.
All right, so I'm gonna hit the gas. I'm gonna skid off.
Screech. Drive off into the distance. You chase. You can follow the tracks. Huh? What'd you say, Thomas?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that you follow the tracks for a long time. This guy clearly got a really good head start. And you don't feel like you're actually going to catch him because you feel like he's already arrived where he's going when you start to drive up and you see that the path is leading you right to the Solium Prime, which is the largest hive city in the world and the capital of the planet.
So, population of billions?
Hundreds of millions.
Oh, man, it's a big old hive
Small ass
planet.
planet.
It's a small hive planet.
Sorry, it's about. I'm gonna say this one hive itself has about 12 billion people in it.
There you go. That sounds more like the Grimdark I know. If you don't know, Brian, hive cities are literally like billions upon billions upon billions upon billions of people. Like, a hive city should have like 10 to 15 billion people in it.
Jesus.
Living in skyscrapers that are the size of like 10 by 10 giant Japanese houses. Or
I
like
just imagine like the entire population of India in New York City. That's kind of
Yes.
how I'm.
basically
That's basically what you should
that
picture.
is
Yep.
basically it.
Except for instead of just one layer, there's just like multiple levels on top of levels of
probably
buildings and
just,
more buildings.
Start trying to thin out the numbers. I just go crazy with that many people. I'm just like, no, I can't handle this.
All right, so we're gonna roll up. So we're basically you're saying that we know he's going to the city. Once he gets to the city, we're not gonna be able to find him because there's too many people.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean you're not gonna find him, but you're.
I mean, we can't follow tracks and find him anymore.
Well, you can follow tracks to find where he went perfectly, like where he pulled in and stuff. But like in terms of following his tracks to find where he is in the city, that's impossible.
All right, well let's find out where he got into the city at. Let's just tell us that.
If the screen goes dark, there's nothing wrong with your computer. I'm just hiding everything again. There's no need to have it here right now. Okay. You follow it up to the gates of the city. They are obviously guarded by further members of the Visolium Involucre cadre at the outside of the city. As you pull up to the large hive city in the because obviously it opens at the middle of the city. The middle series of hives is the main entrance. As you pull up, obviously they're doing people's papers, asking for papers and such, or for identification. As you get through the line of people, you see a guard walk over to you, last gun slung, and he's like, "Do you have your information papers? Or do you have your oath cogs?"
Or what?
Oath cogs.
He's an Imperial Guardsman?
Yep. No, this is a PDF.
I was super confused. I was like, what? An Imperial Guardsman and a gate checker. I lean out the side, like, and say, we have them right here, and I reach out so that you can, whoever took those from the dead guys can pass them to me.
Well, did we have any?
You would have 7 because you found 3 from the dead guys and 4 from the crash.
Did we have any other kinds of identification on us?
You would have your own personal forms of identification. They'd be from off-world, so you'd be recognized as off-worlders.
We don't want that. So pass me the oath cogs.
All right, I'm passing them some oath cogs.
Okay, and Thomas, if you're gonna pass them off as you need to make a deceive check.
I am passing. I'm passing 3 of them. I'm myself saying that this is my retinue. I am following and doing the work of the ecclesiarch. Showing him.
I am just his driver, sir. So that way he can take the check, right?
Yeah. You both can. Well, sorry, one of you can do it with assist, which means a plus 20. So which one of you has the highest? What does deceive use?
It's fellowship. I have a 33.
Okay,
I have a 20.
So Jonathan, do a plus 20 fellowship. All right, he runs it. He does like a fair scan, doesn't really even pay attention to the names, and then hands them back to you. And because you guys said you passed him 3 of them.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Okay, well Marcus is wondering why he didn't get one, but it's fine because he reaches into his coat and just like pulls out his Mechanicus identification, and they don't even question it, they don't even scan it. He just puts it away.
Well, I said that was those 3. I presented my ecclesiarchy stuff.
Well, he would have presented his Mechanicus identification regardless because he's not like you can hide it. But he just kind of like move along, stormtroopers you through the doors.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, you open up into the middle part of the hive, so you're at the area where nobles and shitty hive scummers can kind of coincide.
Okay, so we've lost the trap. We know he's coming through here, right?
You know he came in through this entrance.
At this point, we're kind of lost. All right, guys. What did you want to do? Did you want to? We can ask the Inquisitor if there's a place we can go here, or you want to just find like a. I mean, a big metal man walking around shouldn't be too hard to find, I imagine.
Well, this is a whole nother this is a different hive city than the one we came in, right?
Yeah. Also, what time are we stopping?
Probably the next 30 minutes. Because I got things I gotta do.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. My kid's still sleeping, but
Well, we can call it at 4:30 EST.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
3:30 everybody who's not on EST. Sound good?
Yep.
Sounds good.
all right. Well, I guess we'll start looking around for it. Can't, like you said, it can't be hard to find a large, unless somebody put it like in the back of a truck and covered it with stuff.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Let's get looking. Let's
Well, you hear a beep in your ear again.
beep. What's up, Inquisitor?
She states that the Mechanicus adepts that she has on board her vessel have run scans on the specific signature that came from that middle hand, and they may have found a way of like locating it or like tracking it.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Always grateful for your assistance. Thank you, Lord Inquisitor.
Well,
It's good to do your work.
Who here has a data slate?
I'd assume everybody.
Marcus.
Well, data slates are like the big slates.
Marcus has.
I know Marcus definitely has one.
I mean, I'd been taking notes before. I had been assuming it was on one, considering they're like extremely common.
Well, I know, but if you didn't pick it as a piece of starting equipment, then you don't have one.
I guess I don't have one. I just sort of figured the extremely common stuff was not that uncommon to warrant a piece of equipment.
Well, like you can have your own little like personal note keeper, but like when I say a data slate, I mean like this. Look, like a military plug into like systems and control them like a data slate. It's like this big around.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I have like the equivalent of a smartphone that I can write notes
Yeah,
on.
you have like a notepad essentially.
Yeah.
Just
A data slate.
Marcus.
Data slates are big fucking
Yeah,
basic miniature computers.
don't have one of
Marcus
those. I basically
Yeah,
have the.
Marcus does though. And she says that she downloaded the software to Marcus's data slates that he can follow it.
So we're gonna be able to track the
Yes.
robot now?
Whatever it is, yes.
So what's the city we arrived to?
Disolium Prime.
Solium Prime. Were we just there?
No, you're at a different hive.
Solium Sexodus.
Secundus, yeah. I may have made
Yeah.
a mistake in the first. I didn't mean to call it Disolium Prime. If I did that in the first episode, that was a mistake. Sorry, people watching. I'm unprofessional.
Alright, so we're gonna take off then. Right?
You see that it's gone into the deeper parts of the hive, whatever the signature is.
So you guys, did you want to like regroup before we went down there, or did you want to just start following this? It's like we got it ready to go.
I think we're ready to go.
I think we're ready.
All right, then I'm gonna slam on this gas, following the trail.
All right. Well, you
I'm
slam
gonna, like,
on the
I'm gonna
gas.
dovetail the back of the car so it goes just take off. Yeah, I'm just gonna slam on the horn, like just 180 on the steering wheel.
Do an
Move
operate
in and out of
check.
traffic.
Do an operate check for me, plus 10.
Probably shouldn't have done this.
Operate is agility, so do your agility plus 10.
Shouldn't have done this. Okay, I feel really poorly.
Okay, are you gonna use a fate point or no?
I am, because why not? That was really bad.
How the
Alright, less bad.
Okay.
Well, with that failure though, yeah, because I had already told them this Hecatan auto carriage is really rickety. It's like it's a jalopy essentially that they borrowed from the Aeronautica security.
Oh.
As you like do side sweep, you see the back right wheel just kind of
Huh.
Huh. Alright.
and awkwardly to a stop.
That was I'm sorry guys, that was anticlimactic. I didn't
Everybody-
realize this vehicle was so rickety. Thank you for that.
It's about it's about one like degree above an orc battle wagon.
I assumed it was a little bit more sturdy.
Nah, they borrowed this for free from basically airport security.
By borrow, you mean you stole it?
No, we actually borrowed
They
it.
actually borrowed it.
I asked if they had
Steal it.
transport. They offered this. Beggars can't be
All right,
choosers.
I look around and I'm like visibly upset that I was in such a terrible vehicle. And I say, "All right, guys, it's time to find some new transport.
All right.
Maybe one
Well,
that's
actually,
not so rickety."
let's see if the Mechanicus guy can actually fix it.
I don't want to drive this thing.
Might be easier
For the
than
sake
getting a
of
new
time
vehicle.
and not wasting our last 30 minutes, can we just assume you fix it and we drive off?
Okay, sure, why not? I was gonna say, well, the reason being is because the hive worlds are like clustered full of shit, so trying to drive through the crowds of people walking around is gonna be really difficult.
Run them over, thin
But
out the
he does
population.
manage to get the wheel back on.
Okay, we get back in the car and we take off.
All right.
Not so fast this time.
Okay, you're driving casually,
At a sensible
following
speed.
and you see it cut into a system of warehouses with a large fence around it.
Gargus, it doesn't seem like subtlety is your strong suit.
Well, I'm from a planet where it was every day people were killing each other, and the last thing that happened was a massive Tyranid invasion. So, subtlety was not a big deal for us.
Brian, because you don't know, Tyranids are essentially space insects that devour every single piece of biomatter from a world. And they're essentially like, they're a living embodiment of space AIDS. And they literally just go to planets, drop down on planets, completely melt everything of value, including the planet's core, absorb it, and leave dead husks of planets. And they're basically chitinous bug monsters.
They wouldn't take the core. They're not Necrons. They don't just try to do all the
According
energy. They take all biomass.
According to the
Anyway, Brian, my world is a frontier world, so think Mad Max.
Yeah.
That's kind of the planet I'm from.
all right.
I'm as subtle as I need to be.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
signal is kind of weak, but it does fall into this set of warehouse, the small district.
That's me driving this rickety car.
All right.
Just so you can roleplay it before you get into it. Are we,
You mean gingerly driving this car, right?
yeah, gingerly driving this car so it doesn't fall apart while we're driving it.
Okay, so you arrive to this warehouse district. It's walled off. Or fenced off, I should say. But whatever it is inside.
Alright.
Alright, I, tell the guys, alright, how y'all want to proceed?
Stealthily.
I'll do stealthily. But okay.
Try. It's always good to try new things.
Alright. I'm gonna make sure in this meantime I reloaded my gun, just so I don't have to worry about it later.
Remember when you reload?
I can't hear you.
What's that guitar coming from?
Everyone's watching
Probably
the
from
video.
his face.
Everyone's watching the video. Leave them alone, man.
That's fine. No, I'm just curious where it was coming from. God damn it, I lost my train of thought.
The anthem does that.
What was I saying?
It's pretty dope. Anyway, so I'm gonna,
When your weapon has the clip it has in it now, and you have 2 more clips. So if you reload to a full clip, the clip you put away still has that same amount of ammo.
Oh, cool. Alright, well then, I lost my character because everything's black, but I'll change it back when I get a chance.
Ready?
He's practicing speed loads. He basically just mag dumps and just leaves the magazine where it's at to pop in the new one because it's what he saw in a tactical video.
Yeah, totes. Alright, so I'm gonna jump out then, and I'm going to So we're at a warehouse, right? And it's just there's a fence around it.
Fence, yes.
All right, then like a regular fence.
Well, it's like about 8 feet tall, like metal, thick, not like a chain link.
All right, then I'm gonna take out my last cutter, and I'm gonna say, hey guys, why don't you guys scope around and see if there's any peeps around while I cut us a hole in here.
Is there like somebody at the manning the gate or no?
No, this seems to be the back entrance.
Sweet.
All right.
You see there's dribbles of oil leading up to a part of the fence, and then none in between, and then dribbles of oil on the other side.
All right. I will look around and see what I see. See if I'm able to find anybody. Notice anything. Is this going to be straight up perception, or since there's nobody here, is there any additional to it?
Just perception. Plus 10.
Cool, an 8. So several degrees of
Only
success.
that was an attack.
I don't hit with attacks.
You don't see any other people nearby. It's actually fairly quiet. It's relatively quiet. Straight behind.
Any? Do I see any recording equipment? Any obvious cameras or pictographs?
You don't see any pick keepers anywhere. Picked servers or anything like that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna cut us a hole.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them know. Coast looks clear. Let's just keep quiet.
After a few minutes of cutting, the bar, 2 bars we're cutting falls through enough to squeeze through.
All right.
All right, squeezing through.
Oh, wrong person.
Okay.
Oh well. Squeezing through as well.
Okay. Let's see that.
Alright, stealth is probably of importance here. Let's recon and see what we can see.
The data slate's kind of losing its mind. Whatever it is inside of the building in front of you.
Alright, are these two buildings roughly the same size?
Well, they're the size represented. One's a little smaller than the other.
I meant height-wise.
Oh, yes. Almost uniform.
Would this
How tall
be...
are they?
What was that?
The 3 stories tall?
I'd say about 3 stories tall.
Alright, I'm going to suggest that we go into the other building, try to get up onto the roof, and then go over from there.
Sorry about that.
The roofs are dome.
They're dome roofs?
Yeah, like the little
Sorry,
military hangar roofs you see.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
that's not really an option.
Not going to be an option. I was picturing warehouses with flat roofs. Alright. Any windows or just that door?
A couple of windows. They are.
Alright, can I peek in this window here?
You can.
What kind of roll is that?
Perception.
Perception. I have a 30 perception. Oh. There was an area. What's your formula? Please try again. I'll see how.
Probably the plus. Has to be a +0.
I see nothing.
Yeah, you see a bluish glow inside, but like coming from around a corner. But you don't see it.
I'm gonna try to look in as well.
All right.
Ditto. Success.
In the back, you see a metallic beam.
Can't see anything.
You see a metallic beam glowing back. And with one arm, but it doesn't appear like there's a blue glow from the chest, and it turns around as it looks like a
The text so loud. Yeah, I know, it's very loud.
No, I mean, you could always hit the mute button until you have to say something.
Yeah, that's what I probably have to do.
That guy's pretty good. He's playing guitar.
So what are you doing?
Well, we only
Wait.
heard part of that. We mostly just heard guitar riffs.
Yeah.
Oh.
We heard he turned
So-
around, and then everything after that was.
He's
So he's
basically
playing guitar riffs.
it's a metallic being in what appears to be a trench coat, looking for. It appears like it's looking for something.
His hand. Henderson, can you see his arms?
I mean, how big is this guy? Is this the size of that guy, or is this like a normal sized guy?
He's a little taller than most people. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
So he's too small to belong to that hand.
No, the hand. I wasn't able to scale it. It had to fit in the square. The hand looks like it could fit.
Well, it could fit a person. Okay.
Could fit him. Yeah.
Is he missing a hand?
Yeah.
Yes, I just said he's missing it from the forearm up.
All right. So I say this appears to be the guy. I was
So
thinking,
this is probably the life form, maybe not the artifact, unless if they're one and the same.
All right, I'm gonna radio it in quietly and be like, Inquisitor, we have found the person to whom that hand belongs. We have found him inside of a warehouse. Please advise.
What's the status? What's the status of the artifact? Is he carrying it?
He is the artifact.
She goes, explain.
Explain. It's a silver metallic man that's missing a hand, which appears to match roughly to the hand that we found.
She goes, metal man. And you kind of hear her pondering on the other side. She goes,
It's a servitor?
no. You see. She goes, I don't believe there's a tomb world on Desolium. She
Yeah.
goes, can you investigate?
Can try. This thing did appear to have some sort of a plasma emitter in its hand. We'll hope there's not one in the other hand.
Okay. She goes, good. Report back when you're finished.
All right, are there any? I'm gonna go in this alley and see if there's any windows closer to it.
Marcus, can you explain what a tomb world is?
Marcus looks kind of shifty-eyed. And he goes, well, there's a species of people that existed long ago, at least that they existed as beings as we do long ago, but long before that, they gave their souls to creatures called the Catan. This race is known as the Necron, or the Necrontyr.
I'm very
Yeah,
disturbed that
actually-
he's just giving out this information.
Well, Marcus would know more about it simply
Yeah, I know,
because
I know.
research station they lived on dealt with this kind of stuff. But he's like, other than that, I don't know much. Other than they're very dangerous metallic beings. He goes, this one looks very odd, though.
Well, I looked through this one. I'm assuming I didn't see anything extra. Just
The warehouse itself appears to be empty.
Okay, what I could do is go around the other side, plant a demo charge where he's standing, and just blow it up. That way you can take him by surprise.
All right, I'm
So
gonna
what?
keep moving.
We weren't
my way
really
back.
given an objective to. Is it
Just-
to defeat the Necron?
Well, your
not-
actual...
You're not
it
sure
was-
it's a Necron.
It was to take the artifact.
Yeah.
All right, is there any doors on this side or no? Just windows.
No.
All right, I'm going to try to sneak my way into this window after radioing them to say I'm going to try to sneak in here and try to subdue him.
Do a stealth check.
Stealth. Agility. Thankfully, I don't suffer those agility modifiers in my freaking plate armor because I'm from a feudal world. I fail fucking horribly. A 93 and I needed a 40. I either fail to get in the window or I just loudly do it.
Yeah, as you put your foot, you lift the window up really quietly, and you put your foot over, and your armor is just like.
You know what? I'm actually gonna re-roll that because I haven't used a fate point yet. I'm gonna re-roll and I'm gonna do it at a +20
Okay.
because this could be. Well, actually, I'll just re-roll it.
All right. All right. Your armor continues to creak, crack, crick. As you put your foot through the window, he's just kind of whatever the being is just kind of looking at you when you're half in and half out of the window, like.
We got fate points. Keep using them.
No, I break out the I pull out a piece of cloth that I've got, and I'm just here to clean the window, sir.
All right, you start awkwardly cleaning the windows as all the person's like, or the object is like, and you see him start messing with his other arm.
I hear the big crash and kind of like burst into the door.
All right, burst into the door. Marcus follows.
Heady stubber leveling at the machine thing.
You see it does this and then just kind of goes, well, missing one arm.
Arms up.
All right, I guess we'll talk to it then if it's got its arms up. Hi, we are. This may surprise you, but I'm not actually here to clean the windows. We found evidence of a fight in a hangar, or what appeared to be a downed spacecraft, and followed to see what had happened. There was reason to believe you were there on account of, I'll just say that there was a hand left behind there.
You see Kevin Marcus dropping to his knees, fervently praying.
I'm watching the door.
And, see if he can actually... Can he speak back? Or is he speaking?
He looks at you like his eyes burn with that like blue plasma color. And he goes, I know you've been following me. His mouth doesn't move even though the voice comes out.
Oh, well, would you mind coming with us? We can reunite you with your hand. We just have some questions to ask while we do.
He still has his hands up and he's like, I don't believe I've been given a choice.
Well, I mean, we don't want to. We'd obviously rather this be voluntary. We don't want to.
Humans are so ridiculous.
How
right.
so?
And you see Marcus. You see like there's definitely, even though he's a mechanicus, you see this definite look of recognition on his face. And all you hear is the words "Man of Iron."
So he is a artificial intelligence. All right, so I'm going to radio and say if we could get to Lord Inquisitor, if we could get an evac from here as soon as possible. We have what the Mechanicum is referring to as a Man of Iron who would like to have a conversation with us.
You hear an explosion outside.
God damn it.
I'll ask him, were you running from them, or what was the situation?
I'm running from something a lot worse.
Well, hopefully we can get you to some protection. We've got a vehicle outside. If you'd like to follow us, we can try to get you away from here as quickly as we can.
He goes, anywhere is better than where they want to take me.
All right, everybody, run to the car.
As you step outside, you see the car explode.
God.
What you see running from around it is a group of figures that appear to be a little smaller than a human. Very lithe, jumping from one cover to the next, all with strange conical helmets. But you just there's a strange shimmer around the warehouse district, almost like a bubble.
Great. Eldar.
Here, surrender the iron, or surrender the surrender the technology. As you see a group of those slim slim lithic appearance. Oh, damn it! I'm so bad at
Not Eldar.
so bad at words right now. As you see figures coalesce one more. There it is.
I'm gonna try to radio and see if it works, and be like, Lord Inquisitor, we have some Eldari here that seem to want the man of armor. Iron, please advise. That's about what I figured. Alright, I'm gonna step out and I'm gonna try to talk. I'm gonna at least, talk from here where I'm at. Be like,
I'm gonna have my heavy stubber braced against the wall, ready to start shooting if I have to.
Since you're at the window, I imagine you just like bipoded onto the window.
Yeah, essentially.
I'm going to.
I don't have to.
Two of the Eldar, like lofting their rifles, kind of like in your direction, rapidly moving their heads.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cry out and be like, "Hey, we'd like you guys to talk to our leader, if you don't mind. Do we have a way of making it so this is like a speakerphone call with our Inquisitor?"
She goes, "You see the female figure in the center of all of them." She goes, "We have no time for talk. Surrender them or die, monkey."
Well, there's always time to talk. You see, I know you guys live for thousands of years. You guys live for thousands of years. I know there's time to talk. Would it hurt us to have a conversation here?
You see, she just kind of does the Eldar fingers in her eyes. And you see her kind of look at the other ones around her, and they kind of like only kind of barely tilt them down, but you know for a fact they can just snap it back up. And then they go, talk.
All right. If we have a way of doing this speakerphone with our Inquisitor,
you hear your Inquisitor beep into your ear.
And I'll say, we have some surprisingly some Eldari who would like to speak to you.
She go, Eldar? What are Eldar doing here?
Oh, the fuck if I know, but I just figured.
The fuck if I know.
You're a member with the Xenos, or what's one of your specialties? So I don't know if this is something you want to deal with, or you wanted us to fumble through.
I love that. I imagine you must be saying this to her so nervously. You're just like, fuck if I know.
It's like, but this is sort of one of your specialties, as I understand it.
You hear the Eldari's voice in the box feed. She goes, "Yes, to speak." The Inquisitor basically states, "What's your business here, Eldar?" And she goes, "It is none of your concern, Monte. I am here on behalf of the Craft World." Or I'm here. She's not going to say what Craft World is. Obviously, I imagine they wouldn't give themselves away. But I'm here on behalf of the Craft Worlds, and that's all you need to know.
Ladies, I'm given to understand it's usually good to introduce yourselves first before going into something. I'm Henderson.
Fuck, wait a minute, I gotta figure out.
I'll say, this is my Lord Inquisitor, Emily, and then whatever her last name is, and maybe,
Emily. It's Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth Shaw from that movie with the aliens.
Okay, Elizabeth. This is our Lord Inquisitor, Elizabeth Shaw. May we have the pleasure of your name? Introductions, proprieties, and whatnot.
I am Belra. Shit. This fucking name generator is really stupid.
Say I'm Eldar.
I'm Tamia. Or they know me as Tamia.
Well, pleased to meet you, Tamia. I hope we don't end up having to fight, but it is of course nice.
We don't end up having to fight.
But it is of course nice to know you, or nice to meet you. Now, please continue too. Now that you know each other's names, hopefully adding a personal touch to this.
That she keeps calling us
monkey. That's what the Eldar call people. It's essentially they're calling us monkeys because we are well beneath them.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're basically so lesser than they are, both racially and intelligently, that you're an idiot. These are basically the Eldar, Brian. Think of it like space elves.
Oh, okay. That makes
that's a really good way to think about that. Is they're just space
I remember.
elves.
So, like, if we kill this thing, they would be pissed.
That's maybe what they're here for, but.
Yeah, she states that she's like, we're here for the surrender of that technology. It is needed for. Well, I shouldn't. Again, I guess she wouldn't tell you exactly what she wants it for either. But The craft worlds needed, and as well as the Farseers.
Are they demanding its use or its destruction?
That's none of your concern.
Well, it is. I sort
can
of just
slap it.
I sort of just guaranteed him safety to try to help him get to safety, and I'm a man of my word, you see. So I am concerned about this.
So you're guaranteeing the protection of this creature.
Not necessarily, but I said that he would be able to talk to my superior. Now,
Well, she kind of cocks to stare at you, and she very flatly says, she goes, "You're not leaving with that creature while it's alive."
Can we leave with it when it's dead?
Only after we've destroyed everything that's vital about it, so he can't be turned back on.
waiting to hear what Miss Elizabeth Shaw has to say about this.
There's definitely silence. There's a silence in the microphone for a minute. And all you hear is, "You know what to do."
Alright. Dargus yells, "Die, Xeno scum," and starts laying down fire.
Alright, that's initiative. And we're going to end the game there. As the rippling of machine gun fire goes out.
Sorry, Scott, I know you wanted to end it peacefully, but it was clearly not ending peacefully.
Well, no. Once the Inquisitor says it's go time, it's go time. It's you don't.
Yeah, he
question
don't
the
question. He might joke with the Inquisitor a lot, but she says it's go time. You don't ignore the Inquisitor.
She says jump. I say how far, which way. You know.
On what?
On what? Yeah. In what
Die,
time
Xeno
zone?
scum.
Now the
Good
fact that she hasn't
good
necessarily
cliffhanger.
told us to kill them, but
Right.
you know, hopefully we'll be able to not completely kill them. But we do need to incapacitate
Hey,
them.
remember that you're ecclesiarchy, right? You
Yep.
hate Xenos. You should want to kill them. That's like,
Yeah, but
it
Oh,
doesn't
no,
make any sense for you to
He's
be like,
very excited to do so, but he's also smart enough to realize that those shuriken catapults are no fucking joke.
well, not only are those shuriken catapults no joke, but you've also got our Inquisitor works with Xeno, so there's a chance she might need to preserve relationships with Eldar. So if she can say that she
I mean,
de-escalated a
very
situation.
cryptically coming over the thing and saying, "You know what to do," means
Well, yeah.
she wants this thing alive, and they don't want it alive. It's time for
I'm hoping like after we kill it, and she's like, "That's not what I meant."
It's not what I meant at all.
I meant give
I
them
didn't
the
mean killing
device
it.
tools. You've ruined 7,000 years of diplomacy.
Well,
All in a day's work.
all the day's work. Why'd you send me then?
Vindicare assassin comes down from the ceiling. Choo 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 choo! Game over.
Yeah, I was about to say, if a Vindicare shows up, our job is done. Whatever she wanted to die is now dead.
Yeah.
There
I
is
didn't even know that I was
no...
fast
We
enough to do
didn't
that.
even have time to react. We just we heard 4 quick shots and it was over. Now, whether it's us dead and the Eldar still alive or vice versa, I don't know, but...
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Alright, I'm going to stop the stream.